Alrighty, I've got the Sofirn IF24Pro and I'm going to go through all the different modes. So this is on the spot beam, okay, press and hold, 2, 3. So there's basically 3 steps on the spot beam, and even on the third step, which is high, you can see that it reaches to the back of those trees fairly easily. And on this mode, it doesn't step down as well due to the buck driver. So it's great sustained output, and you know, I would say the spill is very usable, but if you have it, say, on that second mode, medium mode, yeah, you can get by if it's really dark, but you do need to step it up a little bit to get a bit more of that spill. Okay, so I'll just go from first, second, third mode, just show you again, third, and then turbo. So with that turbo mode, you can really see the difference there. It's just incredible. All the way, it's reaching all the way to the back of those trees and illuminating even the trunks of the trees. And that's something, I mean, I normally only see this kind of performance on tactical flashlights that have a smooth reflector. So we can reactivate that turbo again. Yep. Let's see if I can activate that side mode, the flood mode. Okay. That's the flood mode from behind the camera, but I will go for a bit of a walk and show you what it looks like. Now this is on turbo as well, so you can actually cycle through the other 1, 2, 3 steps, but it's very difficult to see here on camera. But actually, if you have it on even the medium or the high mode, on that flood mode, it's more than enough light really to get by with. Now, again, I'm just going to go have a bit of a walk around and show you what this light looks like, the beam profile. So activating turbo here. First, hang on. 1, 2, 3. So the 3 steps are just press and hold. 1, 2, 3, and turbo. So yeah, turbo does give it a bit, you know, definitely a bit of a kick in terms of performance. It just allows you to see the trees, what's going on. There's like a sign or something right at the end as well that shows up. But if I have it just on the high mode, it doesn't seem to pick it up so well. Yeah, you can still see that sign there, but with the turbo, that's so useful. And you can see the flood, you know, it's not as pronounced as you do see on those reflector style flashlights, but it is usable, you know, for something like this, you know, little TIR reflector. It's quite impressive. Now, I'll just switch that back onto the, like I was showing you before, this flood mode. And surprisingly, these LEDs are high CRI LEDs, and yeah, it just looks, I mean, I'm partially colorblind, so I'm not the best person to ask for this kind of thing with red-green colorblindness, but certainly for me, it makes a difference. I can tell when walking around, things just look a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more, I can identify the colors better than if I'm using low CRI light. And the beam profile of this floodlight goes almost 180 degrees, so well into your peripherals, which makes it quite a useful generalized light. You know, I mean, this is on the turbo mode, but if I just put it down to the high mode, like that, you know, this is good as well. There's a bit of ambient light where I'm walking around at the moment, so it's not the best place to be demonstrating this, but if it was completely pitch black, I'd have no issues at all. Using even a medium mode would be sufficient. The RGB mode, I probably won't go into too much detail with this, just press and hold to change the color of the LEDs. Okay. Sofirn IF24Pro, and that's the high mode, but we'll cycle between the three, so low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Yeah, medium's pretty good for general walking light. High just really steps it up a notch, and the great thing about using this high mode as well is that it's actually a sustainable output, so it doesn't step down from this level of brightness due to that buck driver. And I can also double press for turbo, which allows me to really see well into the distance. This thing throws over 300 meters, which is very unusual for a smaller bezeled light like this. That is, you know, paired with that SFT40, I think Sofirn have made a really good choice of swapping out that SST40 for an SFT40, get that additional long range performance, which is what you want in a spot beam essentially. Look at that. Now the beam, as you can see here, there's a little bit of ringiness around in the spill. To me, it's not a big deal. I'm mainly just looking at that spot, but the spill is pretty usable as well. Okay, as with a lot of these TIR lens flashlights, you do need to ramp it up a fair bit onto at least medium or high for you to see any decent spill whatsoever. Okay, but it's yeah, usable spill, but a lot of that light is predominantly focused into the hotspot. Okay, just cycling through the three modes and then back to turbo again, as you can see.